Hey guys, I hope y'all had a wonderful Easter Sunday, or as I like to refer to it, Resurrection Sunday. Well, I thought I would take y'all grocery shopping with me. We go to the local HEB store to buy our meats. And, as a former diabetic, when I was first diagnosed, I had a lot of anxiety about, well, now what do I do? I dread going to the grocery store. I have no clue what to buy. Well, guys, I want to put those fears and anxieties to ease if that might be you today. It isn't complicated if you follow the proper human diet. Come on, I'll show you. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Susan, and if you're new here, I have been living a ketogenic lifestyle for about a year and a half now. And you can catch up on some of my health journey by watching other videos, which I'll put linked here somewhere at the end of this one. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And you guys already know you are my friends. Okay, guys. So when I went to the grocery store and did my recording, it probably would have looked better if I recorded as walked through the store, like I do when I do the walk and talk videos. Okay. But everything I do, I try to keep others in mind. And I think about it. If I was in the grocery store and I saw somebody else coming down the aisle and they got a camera up, even if they're not recording me, it would make me feel a little uncomfortable. And, so I don't want to do that to them. So what I've done is, I just waited to record until I was where I was at, the product I wanted to record, and I made sure that I wasn't getting anybody else in the camera. And it was obvious I wasn't getting anybody in the camera. That way nobody had to feel uncomfortable. All right. Also, stay tuned at the end of the video because I'm going to show you a couple of items you might be surprised about. All right, well, having said that, the first stop I get to in the HEB is the pork section. Now, we don't buy too much pork. We do buy bacon. We do buy ribs when they're on sale. And sometimes, though, as you can see in this video above, I, uh, I'm going to buy some pork belly. I don't always buy that, but sometimes I do, and it's a weekend meal, what I call a weekend meal. That pork belly right there, as you can see, it's about $17.50, and it's just slightly under 8 pounds. And Chris and I will eat on that all weekend. What I'll do is I'll sear it in the cast iron skillet to give the fat cap a real nice crispiness to it. And then I finish it off in the oven, and it is just fall apart tender. Okay, and that's what we'll eat on for an entire week. And of course, I'll add some eggs or whatever, like that to it to make sure that Chris is getting plenty. But the pork belly itself is good enough for me. Um, okay, and then the ground beef. Now, guys, Chris and I, we live on a bit of a budget. Sometimes, we can't really afford to always buy grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And so if that's the same for you, don't feel discouraged when you're hearing all of this talk about eating grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Is it better for you? Sure. But you don't have to buy it to be successful, guys, okay? So don't let that discourage you. As you can see here, I buy the cheap ground beef, okay? And we get the 7327. The fattier the meat, the better it tastes. And surprisingly, it's cheaper than Walmart. Now, Walmart's 10-pound roll is 80/20, and the less fat that's in it, the more it costs because in the world's eyes, the less fat, the healthier it is, right? But anyways, so this 10-pound roll of the better, higher fat, which is what we want, is about the same price as Walmart's 10-pound roll for 80/20. So we appreciate this, and we buy 3 10-pound rolls every 2 weeks. Chris goes through about 10 pounds of meat a week. I'll go through about 5. Okay. The next pack here is I'm going to pick up is a pack of chicken thighs. And I'm going to make that for Chris and do give him a little different. He likes variety. He doesn't always want just ground beef. I'm okay with it, but he likes a little bit different. And I'm going to take the chicken skin off the thighs, bake them in the oven, make chicken skins out of them, or chicken skins out of them. Listen to me, guys. Chicken, uh, I guess you call them chips out of them. They're just, it just takes the fat and makes them really crispy, and I'll put salt, pepper, and garlic on it, pour them for seasoning, and he loves that. And I'll cook the thighs until they're fall off the bone tender, and he'll eat on that. Um, and then, guys, I do get us some steak sometimes. I usually only buy them when they're on sale. And as I'm showing you these steaks, I'm really wanting them, and they're not on sale. But look at my cart. This is what we have in the cart. You can see I put the ribeyes in there. We splurged a bit. And yes, Chris does has his cheese. He gets the Tillamook cheese. He likes to have 2 pieces of cheese in his lunch throughout the week. All right, guys. This cart here is what we buy every 2 weeks. This is what we eat on, okay? What you don't see in here is my eggs. I don't buy my eggs at HEB. They are pricey, even for the cheap, horrible brand eggs. And what I mean by that is not the pasteurized eggs. I usually buy eggs in a 60 count, but I go through about 60 eggs every week and a half-ish, sometimes a little less than that. And so I do buy 60 eggs about every week. And so HEB doesn't sell them in 60-pack eggs. And so you won't see the eggs in this cart, but I do get eggs on a weekly basis. Now, this cart right here was $175. So you add the eggs in from the other store, and a 60-count box of eggs costs somewhere between $10 to $12, I think. So you figure every 2 weeks, we're spending about $200 on a carnivore-ish lifestyle. I say carnivore-ish because we do buy some onions and some bell peppers, stuff like that for Chris from time to time. So in this case, we don't have any vegetables in the cart, but we do get them sometimes because Chris does like his vegetables every once in a while. Now, for the things that you might be surprised about, let me show you keto products. And, a lot of people think that keto products are a good thing. But I encourage you guys, if you're going to, experiment with that, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you always check the ingredients. Now, if you pay attention to this video, and I actually did talk on this video, but there's music in the background, guys. I didn't even pay attention to the music. But yeah, there's music playing. I can't let the audio on this video play, so I'm narrating it. But as you can see, Catalina Crunch says keto friendly, and it's 14 grams of carbs for a half a cup. And look at the ingredients in there. All the corn fiber, the tapioca flour, the sunflower oil, coconut oil, natural flavors. You don't even know what that is. That stuff actually is not healthy for you at all. Of course, it's your life and your health, and you're going to have to make that own decision for you. But if you're asking me, I don't recommend keto-friendly products. I think in the end, it's all a gimmick in some way or another. Look at these Wonderworks Keto. And you're going to see the ingredients in here too. I'm about to show. I'm actually struggling here to turn the box around with my one hand. But give me just a second here, guys. And look at the ingredients here: soy protein, peanut flour. What is that? Whey protein, the oils. Oh man, palm kernel oil, palm oil, canola, and sunflower oil, natural flavor. I mean, guys, it's horrible. And here's something else that's really funny. When I was trying to do this aisle, because of course, as you're about to see, the rest of the aisle is the cereals that we all used to eat, right? And every time I try to record this part of the video, a mom and her kids would come in the aisle, and I'd hear the mama say something along the lines of, "Okay, kids, pick up the cereal that you want." And I'm over here trying to record exactly this, guy. These are the words I was about to say. And this is what they want to feed your kids: diabetes. Guys, and it's true. And what I was going to say is true, but I've said before, I'm not a person of conflict. I avoid it as much as possible. And I know if I said that, especially from a mom and her kids, when she's all, "Here, pick up the cereal that you want," and I'm all, "Diabetes," I was like, So as soon as the aisle was clear, I hurried up and panned this part, the cereal, the Cheerios and everything. And guys, that's all it is diabetes. I used to eat that stuff and a serving's like a half a cup. Guys, I never measured it, but I would fill my bowl with the cereal. So I bet when I would have a bowl of cereal, I'd be eating like 3, 4, 5 servings at a time. You figure a lot of carbs just in my breakfast. Well, I don't know why I did that for breakfast. It was breakfast, but anyways, avoid all the middle aisles, guys. That's how you make it easy. Just avoid all the boxed and packaged foods. Do that. Well, bacon. Bacon's good. But avoid all that. And go on the outskirts. That's usually where your whole vegetables and all your meats are. Okay. And like I said, I eat a carnivore lifestyle. That doesn't mean I'm against you having vegetables, and it doesn't matter if I'm against you having vegetables or not. It's your choice. I don't get a vote in what you eat, right? This is just how I'm telling you how I kicked my diabetes to the curb. Okay. And I believe that if you eat similar to me, you're going to kick your diabetes to the curb and other metabolic issues that you may or may not be having. Um, okay. Carnivore is very good, but keto is okay too. So if you must have vegetables, if you love vegetables, if you can't stand the thought of just eating meat and eggs for the rest of your life, okay, that's fine. Just make sure that they're non-starchy vegetables and that they're whole. They're not from a can, okay? All the chemicals and the crap that they put in that stuff, it's not good for you, all right? Whole foods. That's the proper human diet, guys. Your life is worth it. You're worth it. Guys, I hope this has helped somebody. It's been a pleasure, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.